Hello guys, welcome to another video, and in this video we are going to go over and do some password spraying with CrackMapExec or CME. And this password spraying, what we are going to do is we are going to try to authenticate with our user EPSEC, and we have the password 12345, and see if we have either admin access to a box or to a server, and see what we have access to, right? See if we are able to authenticate as well. And we are going to spray it against the IP ranges that we got, that it was 192.168.1.50 to .55. And for that we are going to be using CrackMapExec. There you go. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit, and let's go ahead and start this up. CrackMapExec, and we want to use the protocol of SMB. The IP address range that we want to do is .50 all the way to .55. So that's 55. Then we want to specify the username is IPSEC, and the password was password 12345. And we want to specify that we don't want to do a brute force because we don't want to lock this account. Let's go ahead and do that. And what this is going to do is it's going to see where we are able to authenticate, and also see if we have admin access. And if we have admin access to to a server, it is going to tell you by saying this right here, pawn. So as you can see right now, we have admin access to the web server. So that is the one that we're going to be attacking. So yeah, we are going to be using that web server. So that is how you do password spraying. Another way that you could do password spraying with CrackMapExec is that you can add basically different users and different passwords combination. So let's go ahead and open this, and let's go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see better. And what you could do is you can add like another user over here. Let's say that Heath Adams, which was another user. So what this is going to do is CrackMapExec is supposed to, right? It should work. It's going to use IPSEC with this password, and then it's going to try to authenticate with all the servers, and then it's going to use Heath Adams with this password, and it's going to try to authenticate with those servers. See if this password works for this user. And also, another thing that you could do, looks like it didn't work for Heath Adams. It should have worked. Well, that's how it's supposed to work, but I guess it's not working. One other thing that you could do is you could create a text document and add all the users in there, and then you can specify the file in here. You can also do the same for the password. You can, if you have a bunch of passwords that you found somewhere on the server, you can just test that for every single one of the users as well. Like put a create a note, create a text document and add all the users, and then add the password that you found with no users. If you found a password with no user, and then you can test that against basically all the users. Or if you find a user and a password and you don't know if it matches, you can do a lot of different cool ways to see if you have access. And also, if it tells you that it's pawn over here like that, that means that we have local admin access. So I want to go ahead and save that in cherry tree. Let me go ahead and add that. Okay, awesome, cool. So shutting down, is this one shutting down? Okay, this one was completed. So let's see if we, instead of adding another user, let's go ahead and add another password, like password 12345. So we are going to try, see if it works, if IPSEC, see if we are able to authenticate with IPSEC with, let's go ahead and put the incorrect password first, and then we can put the other password as last. Password 12345, let's put exclamation at the end. So as you can see, now this one worked, but I don't know why it didn't work with the different users. Well, that's fine. But as you can see, it tried the password 12345. Did I put? Oh, I put incorrect passwords. That's why. Silly me. Okay, let's go ahead. It takes a little bit sometimes to shut down. So let's go ahead and copy this and clear this out. Paste it over here. So the issue was that I put the wrong password. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. You only use one password. Probably it used this password because it saw that it worked. So since this one worked, then it didn't try that one. So what we could do, like I said before, is that CrackMapExec takes a little bit to shut down. So let's go ahead and open a new tab again, and let's again try to add the incorrect password first and then put the right password last and see if that works. There you go. Yep, so what it did was, as you can see, it tried this password first, and it was the incorrect password, as you can see right here. And then it tried this password, and we were able to authenticate over here. Then it went back and tried that password again. I don't know why. They should make this that if it finds a password that it worked, it should just stop using the other password. But what if it was a local user? Local users could have different passwords, so I guess that also will make sense. But there it is. That's how you're able to add different passwords in here. And like I said, you can also create like a text document. Let's see if that one actually works. Let's go ahead and clear this out and go to Nano. Actually, go ahead and go to our documents, AD. We want to put everything in here. Let's go ahead and say users, or let's go ahead and just create one for passwords. PW passwords, text. Let's go ahead and add the password 12345, the correct password, and a password that doesn't work, and then another password. Okay, let's go ahead and save this guy. So now what we're going to be doing is, instead of using these strings over here, we are going to use the PWDS text document and see if that works. So look at that. So it is working. Web. So you can see that I used password 123. We were able to authenticate. Then it tried this password, which is the incorrect password. Then it tried this password, which is the incorrect password. But it seemed like it didn't go back and tested the web with the password that actually works, which is kind of weird the way that worked. Well, you can test, and if you find a better way, or if you see that I'm doing something wrong, I think I'm doing it right. I don't know why it did that, which is, it's kind of weird. It should have used the right password also for the web. As you can see, we added 3 different passwords. It should have used all 3 passwords against this, and also all 3 passwords against the student and the file share and the AD, and it doesn't seem like it is working. What if we use another protocol instead of SMB? Instead of SMB, what we could do, let's go ahead and go to documents, AD. Instead of using SMB, let's go ahead and do the PWDS. Does WinRM has this? Yep, it does. But it doesn't look like it's working. Okay. Oh, we can see that we found it. None. Who is none? Okay, so 198.168.1.54. That is the web. I believe that is the web. Let's go ahead and go to the. Take a look at territory. Look at our documentation. We don't see any host in here, but I believe that is the web. We can take a look at another. Yep, so that is the web. I don't know why it's saying none. I guess he wasn't able to get that host name. Interesting. Yeah, this one is still not actually working that correctly either, but you can play around with this tool and with password spraying and see what actually works for you. You know, if you find some other better way to do this, there's probably another tool out here. If I find another tool or a better tool to do password spraying, I will go ahead and post this on this course. So this is it for this video, and that's how you do password spraying. If you find any passwords or anything like that, you can always do that. And also you can do hash. If we forgot to do that, CrackMapExec, we don't have any hashes. I haven't show you guys how to get hashes yet, but on an upcoming video I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So if you do SMB and do the help, if you pass the H command, where is it? If you pass the H command, you are going to be able to add like an NTLM hash in there. You can see right here if you pass the H. So if you don't have any clear text, you can just do a hash, which is really nice. So you don't really need to know the the clear text. If you have the hash, you are going to be able to authenticate just with a hash, which is really nice to have both the clear text and also the hash, because you can do some tricks that I'm going to show you later on how to get hashes. Which is one of the tools that I run. And I'm going to show you that on a later video. And then after we get the hashes, I'm going to show you how we can basically pass the hash with CrackMap and authenticate with CrackMap, and we can do password spraying. That way it's going to be like a hash spraying basically. So thank you guys for watching.